A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back in the Dad's Premier League, season number 5 of Jfsc. We have another game for you. It's a midweek, just a single game today. It is the GE Roaring Tigers up against the Poddar Panthers. So the Roaring Tigers are batting first here. Mayur and Pranav will open the innings here, and Raviraj will be opening the bowling attack with the new ball. He will be looking for some swing early on. The conditions are good, and we are all set for ball number one. Here we go. And straight away, he's castled him. What an absolute chaff of a delivery. The middle and off stump off the ground. And an early breakthrough here. Mayur going for a golden duck. It's not for one after the first delivery. Not a wise decision by Mayur to go for the big swing straight away. Of his very first delivery, he wanted to go full Monty at it, and he's missed it completely. And the bowler having a shadow at the stumps, and the stumps just ripped off the ground. And an early breakthrough here for the Phantoms. So Amar comes in now at number 3. He wouldn't have expected himself to be at the pitch on the second delivery of the game, and this time it hits the pad. Only one fielder appealing for that one, surprisingly, hitting the top of the pad above the knee roll. So yet to get off the mark here, the Roaring Tigers, and the Poddar Phantoms have their tails up right from the word go. Pranav yet to face a delivery here, and this time he's knocked that one in the gap on the offside. The chase is on, but he will give it up and let the third man collect that one. So the first run on the board, Amar gets off the mark, and so do the Roaring Tigers. And for the first time, we will see the opener Pranav on strike in this game. A very important clash this for both the sides. And this time just past the outside edge, very close to the stumps once again. And Raviraj cannot believe it that he's missed out on another wicket there. Having a look at that one once again. Once again, the batter of his very first delivery wanting to play a big shot. And had that been on the stumps, that could have been another one down for the Roaring Tigers. And once again, bowling that fourth stump line. Superbly bowled once again. And he's keeping things nice and tidy at the moment, Raviraj. And this time, an outside edge, and the ball just races away to the boundary. So the first boundary of the innings, and it's come off the bat of Pranav. He gets off the mark too. And at the end of the first now, it is 5 for 1. That will spoil the over for Raviraj. Well, it was deliberately played that one past the first slip and short third. And he's found the gap to perfection there. So Rohit is going to bowl the second over now. And Amar will be on strike. Rohit to continue with his medium pacers here. And he starts off with a wayward one down the leg side, given as a wide by the umpire. A huge wide that one. Lucky that it didn't pass the wicket keeper as well. Slightly slower through the air. That will be another wide down the leg side. So two back-to-back wides now. This time nicely defended on the front foot, keeping that one away from the stumps. So the first legitimate delivery there for Rohit. And he starts off with a dot delivery. This time nudging that one on the leg side. And a quick single taken. So Amar doubles his tally there. The Roaring Tigers trying to rebuild here. And this time a wide down the leg side has beaten the wicketkeeper. And that will go away to the boundary too. So 5 bonus runs here and 7 wides of this over already. Just the 2 deliveries in. A total bonus this for the Roaring Tigers. It is an unforced error, asking the batting side to come back into this game. And they will take those. So already 8 runs of this over. Only 1 run coming off the bat too. And this time nudged on the leg side. And they get across for a single. So another wide here, a long over this one for Rohit. And this time played on the offside, but another dot delivery. And this time played in the air. And he's found the gap. The ball will race away to the boundary. So a boundary off the bat this time. And the second one for Pranav. So at the end of the second now it is 20 for 1. So Ravi Raj continuing. And this time knocking that one around. A couple of more runs added to the total. So going at a good rate now. The Roaring Tigers after that big over the previous one. And that will be a dot delivery. This time on the money, Ravi Raj. Not giving away much to the batter. So Ravi Raj just missing his run up there. Has to reload. This time a low full toss nudged on the leg side and the ball will race away to the boundary. So there is no one out there on the leg side behind the 30-yard circle. And nicely picked up very early on. And another boundary here. So getting some quick runs in here, the Roaring Tigers roaring back into this game. It was the most perfect start for the Phantoms. But now they have started leaking runs here. This time a boundary coming off the bat of Amar. Both the batters now at 9. And this time a slip there, but luckily for him, the ball went straight into his hand. He can have a smile about that one now. And this time the ball just passing the bat. Raviraj keeping things nice and tidy at the moment for his side. This time charging down the track, wanting to go for the big one on the leg side. But another dot delivery to end the over. So 6 runs coming off that one. At the end of the third now, the Roaring Tigers are 26 for 1. So Rohit continuing now. He's given a 15 in his first. And this time played uppishly. But there is protection out there on the offside. There is a deep extra cover. And also a third man. So no fielders outside the inner ring on the leg side, which is definitely an opportunity for the batters, considering both of them are right-handers. They can just pick that one up. And this time it's played in the air on the offside. Fielder won't quite able to get to that one. And a single taken. So ready to take those risks now. The Roaring Tigers. And this time a swing and a miss. Rohit had a look at the umpire after that one, and it's been given as a wide eventually. He's given away plenty of those already in this innings, just into his second over. Already he's given away 9 extras. And this time not quite picking that one up on the leg side, playing it towards the fielder at mid-on, and another single taken. So giving the strike back to his partner Pranav. In fact, Amar. This partnership going along nicely now. Well, that is what T20 is all about, game of partnerships. And this time finding a thick outside edge. And the fielder does well in the end there at third man. That was a certain boundary, but he's done really well to reach to that one and puts his foot in time. So just a single. Amol, the fielder there. And this time it struck the pad. But once again, just an appeal, nothing more. This time getting down the track. and that will go away to the boundary. So once again getting that boundary in the over. So at the end of the fourth over now, it is 35 for 1. So Raviraj into his third over now. He's kept things nice and tidy, but he's not been supported well by his partner Rohit yet. And he would be looking to get another wicket here inside this power play. Once again, charging down the track, going for the big one, and he's missed out completely. Nicely done there by the wicketkeeper too, but a little too late on getting that run out in. So a couple of dots, something has to give in now. And there it is, the ball in the air, but will fall short of the wicket keeper there. And they get across for a single. Once again, going for that big shot towards the leg side this time. And not quite able to connect it as he wanted. And this time just past the outside edge. Once again, nicely bowled there by Raviraj. Giving away just the one run in the over so far. This time a big swing and a miss. So another dot delivery. Just the one run of the over, signaled one for the over by the umpire. And he's got his second wicket now. This time it is the other opener, Pranav. Well, that is what happens when those dot deliveries come in. The pressure kept on rising. He had to go for the big shot, just the one run of the over. And he's missed that one completely. And once again, the off stump is off the ground. And they are two down now, the Roaring Tigers. 36 for 2 after 5. Missing that one completely there, going right through bat and pad. And Raviraj celebrates once again. So Jay continuing now in this sixth over, the final over of the power play, and Amar on strike up against him. Starts off with the dot delivery. Vikrant joins us in the middle, batting at number 4 with his side in a spot of bother here. They scored those 30 runs in the first three, and then they have been kept quiet here. And this time nudging that one towards the fielder at third man, and a single taken. And this time hit hard, but straight to the fielder once again. So Vikrant getting off the mark instantly of his very first delivery. They haven't been quite been able to get away here, the Roaring Tigers, in this game so far. They got those wides via Rohit, but other than that, it's been very dull for them. Another dot delivery now for Jay, and the pressure keeps on rising with the run rate not climbing, going at just above 6 at the moment. And this time he will clobber that one, and he's beaten the fielder at mid-off. That will go away to the boundary. A superb shot, this one. Once again, takes the aerial route whenever the opportunity has risen. And finally, he connects one ever so well here, Pranav. In fact, Amar. So just the one more delivery left now in this over. 6 of the over already. Can he make this a big one? And it's gone straight to the fielder. Chance of a run out, maybe. A direct hit would have sent him back to the pavilion. But it's a dot delivery nonetheless. So at the end of the sixth now, the Roaring Tigers are 42 for 2. So Paresh continuing now outside this power play. Finally, some spin, and he would be wanting to get a lot of turn off the track. Vikrant will face him. Just his second delivery, still early days in his innings. And very slow through the air, nudges that one on the leg side, and they get across for a single. So now the boundaries will be even more difficult to get in because the fielding restrictions have been uplifted, and now 5 fielders are allowed outside the inner ring. So there should be a lot of singles available though if they find those gaps. Once again, nudging that one on the leg side and getting across for a quick single. This time he's connected that one, Vikrant, and he's gone all the way. That's the first six of the innings. He's hit that one ever so straight. No fielder out there. And that will bring up the 50 as well for the Roaring Tigers. It was pitched up and taken on the half volley by the batter. A mighty hit that one. And that will release a lot of pressure after the number of dot deliveries in the last 2 overs of the power play. And this time should be given as a wide down the leg side. And it is. The umpire Fayyaz Sheikh signaling that one. And once again, he's gone for the big one. Chance of a catch, maybe. Not quite so. Won't quite carry to the fielder. And they will get just a single in. This time a thick inside edge. Played towards the leg side. So they keep on getting those singles here. So Jay continuing outside this power play, and this time an outside edge. Huge appeal given by the umpire, and Vikrant has to depart. He just hit that one six, wanting to play this one through the offside. And Jay gets the breakthrough, and they are three down now, the Roaring Tigers. A perfect length that one, asking the batter to latch at that one and finding a outside edge straight into the hands of the wicket keeper. So Sanjay comes in now at number 5. Once again, nicely bowled by Jay. This time up against Amar. So continuing to play attacking here, the Poddar Phantoms. And once again, a huge appeal. And once again, it's given by the umpire. Second breakthrough here for Jay in this over. And they are collapsing here, the Roaring Tigers. 55 for 4 now. Just into this eighth over. And just what Jay was searching for. Once again, another set batter goes. Once again, bowling that fifth stump line, asking the batter to fetch. And he wanted to just nudge it on the offside. Instead, it's found the outside edge and into the hands of the wicket keeper. So 55 for 4 now after 7.4. So in comes Vipin at number 6 and he starts off by getting a single. So two new batters at the crease and once again an opportunity here for the Poda Phantoms to build more pressure. How can they get away from this one, the Roaring Tigers? This time he plays it on the offside and they get across for a single. So at the end of the eighth over now, it is 57 for 4. So Paresh continuing here and very close to getting that stumping in this time. So two new batters at the crease. How are they going to approach this one from here on? They need to keep those wickets in hand. A lot relies on these two, Sanjay and Vipin, for the Roaring Tigers. Can't afford to lose any more wickets at the moment. And the Podar Phantoms are right on top in this game. And this time it struck the pad, but definitely going down the leg side. Half a shout in the end. Even they know it was never going to hit the stumps. This time a thick inside edge. And he finds the fielder at long gone. This time in the air, chance of a catch, and he couldn't quite hold on to that one there. And they get across for a single and maybe even a couple. Yes, they are coming back for it and they make it quite comfortably. So this time a chance dropped. That could have been the fifth one and the first one for Paresh. Once again trying to take the airy route, couldn't quite middle that one. And the ball just going through the hands there. And this time very close to the off stump there. Once again defended nicely and played on the offside. So another over comes to an end. And at the end of the ninth, now it is 60 for 4. So Jai continuing here after taking those couple of wickets. And he's bowled a perfect delivery first up to Sanjay. And this time playing it on the leg side. Once again very close to finding that outside edge. Continuing to bowl that similar line. So takes a single on the leg side now. So 3 dot deliveries and a single of the over. Excellent once again by Jay. This time might be given as a wide and it is. He is continuing to bowl the similar line there, wanting the batter to go for it outside the off stump. He's got both those wickets in similar fashion, getting an outside edge into the hands of the wicket keeper. This time charging down the track. It's been hit in the air and it's found the gap too. So a boundary that will help them, that will cover up for all the dot deliveries that were bowled in this over. And that will make it 6 of the over now. One more to come. Trying to rebuild here at the moment, the Roaring Tigers. And this time trying to be innovative, but he ends up playing it on the leg side, and it will just be a single. So 7 runs coming off the over at the end of the 10th now. The Roaring Tigers are 67 for 4 as we head into a short drink break. So Paresh continuing here, and he starts off by giving away a boundary. Nicely swept there by Vipin, and just what they needed after that drinks break. The Roaring Tigers, they want to get back into this game. They need to, and that is the only way at the moment that they can get back into this game with some quick runs. Trying to put the bowling side on the back foot, the Poddar Phantoms. It was nicely swept, and now they have changed the field. Well, they had no one behind square on the leg side, and now they have a fine leg. In fact, it's a deep fine leg now. He's been sent back to, so not taking any chances after that boundary. Paresh has conceded 19 in his 2.1, and this time played straight to the fielder on the offside, who is a very short cover. Not sure what is the thinking behind that one. a field that you would most often see in test matches. And this time he's picked that one up on the leg side, and that's gone all the way, has it? It's just the one bounce and into the fence, almost carrying all the way, and superbly hit that one. On this occasion, Vipin not shy of taking the aerial route, and he's playing that one safely into the gaps, this time over the fielder at square leg. Once again, he plays it straight to the fielder at short cover. That is the reason he is there, wanting to save those singles in. And this time played nicely on the offside. And this time a wide given. Once again played in the air. And once again finding the fielder, unfortunately for him. So Abhishek continuing now in this 12th over. Sanjay struggling out there a bit. 5 runs of just 10 deliveries. And would be wanting to get some quick runs now. This partnership is building, but they need to accelerate now slightly. And this time played in the air, and he beats the fielder there on the offside. That will race away to the boundary. So once again, the intention is clear here. Wanting to play the big shots. It does not matter if it comes off the middle of the bat or off an outside edge. And this time nudged on the offside. So good smart cricket this one, getting a boundary and then a single. And keeping things rotating here for the Roaring Tigers. Building around nicely now these two. After losing those couple of wickets in the 8th over, courtesy of Jay. This time placed on the offside. So a dot delivery. Once again wanting to come back for the second, and they make it in the end quite comfortably. Good piece of running. So Abhishek continuing, and he ends with the dot up against Viraj. And another over coming to an end. At the end of 12th now, it is 84 for 5 for the Roaring Tigers. So 84 for 5. And this time playing it down the ground and getting the boundary in Vipin. So maybe even after losing the wicket, it does not matter much to him. He wants to play his shots. He's played that one perfectly this time against the left arm off spinner, hitting that one straight as an arrow. So he knows there are another 7.5 overs left now, and he holds the key here at the moment to get his side somewhere close to that 150 mark. This time a swing and a miss. Once again played nicely on the leg side and coming back for the second also comfortably. So doing a nice little job here for the side. Vipin. This time nudging it on the offside, and he's placed that one in the gap. So 7 runs of the over already. And once again going for the big swing that was very close to the stumps once again. Viraj just on his second delivery taking that big heave towards the leg side. And he's missed that one completely and almost hitting the stumps there. So the pressure keeps on rising here. This time an outside edge is gone in the air and taken. So Viraj departs here for a duck. And they are 6 down now, the Roaring Tigers. Right on top here, the Poddar Phantoms. Not sure what exactly Viraj was trying to do there. It was just his third delivery. Even on his second delivery, he went for the big swing. Not even settling in and going for the big shot and losing his wicket early on here. Couldn't quite middle it and went straight up. So 91 for 6 now in this 13th over. In huge trouble, the Roaring Tigers. So a couple of dots in this over as well now for Abhishek, and Vipin on strike has no support at all at the moment. Joined by Mayur now coming in here at number 8. Yet to face a delivery at the non-striker's end because the wicket was off the last delivery. And this time an appeal outside edge and given. 7 down, the Roaring Tigers. 91 for 7. Once again trying to play that one through the offside. And another one bites the dust here for the Roaring Tigers. And this innings seems to be heading nowhere at the moment. They need some inspiration. And that's the second wicket for Abhishek as well. 91 for 7 now after 13.3. So 7 down the Roaring Tigers. This time nudged on the leg side, getting the single in. And we will have two new batters once again at the crease. Mayur yet to face a delivery. He will face one now. Ashish has joined him out there in the middle. Ashish getting off the mark immediately. So just the one run of the over and the wicket. This time a low full toss and played down the ground. It will just be the single. So at the end of the 14th now it is 93 for 7 for the Roaring Tigers. So a change in the bowling this time. It is going to be Jayan bowling this 15th over. And he starts off with a dot delivery. So not quite able to get away the Roaring Tigers. They are in danger of being bowled out here. They are into the tail. Are the Phantoms. This time a shorter one played uppishly. And he's found the gap superbly well. That's raced away to the boundary. So Mayur in on the act here now. A superb shot, that one through the offside. Can he get a few more here? So 5 runs of the over so far. A dot delivery this time by Jayan. And they would be wanting to get these last 3 wickets as quickly as possible here, the Poddar Phantoms. Right on top in this game. And he's got the 8th one. Jayan in his very first over. Not sure what was Ashish even thinking there. Going for the big shot towards the leg side. Just his third delivery and another batter perishes after going for the big shots very early on. Not even connecting that one. Once again, right through. And once again, it is you miss and I hit. And the Roaring Tigers continuing to struggle here. With the score now at 98 for 8 after 14.5. So Vrat comes in and he starts off with a dot delivery at the end of the 15th. Now it is 98 for 8. An excellent over once again, this time by Jayan. So this time nicely hit by Mayur off the bowling of Abhishek. And the Roaring Tigers not quite able to roar here so far. The struggles have been there and they keep on continuing to struggle at the moment. And this time nudged on the leg side by Virat. Coming in here at number 8. That will bring the 100 up. That single for the Roaring Tigers. 100 for 8 now after 15.2. Definitely they don't have enough runs on the board. How many more can they add here in the last 28 deliveries? Well, 28 singles gets them to 128, which will be at least something to bowl at for the bowlers. Once again, a big swing and a miss. Once again, having a shadow at the stumps, almost castling another one. And instead has gone away for 4 byes, missing the wicket keeper as well. Right through the gate once again. Finding a lot of turn on this occasion, Abhishek. And very unfortunate for the wicket keeper as well. Undoing him too. So that will make it 6 of the over. In fact, it has given us 4 runs off the bat. Mayur will take that. It was off an inside edge. And this time played back to him and a misfield there by Abhishek, which will bring Virat back on strike. This time a thick inside edge towards the leg side. So just the one more delivery left in this over. Abhishek has 2 in through. It will be an over where he does not get a wicket and it will stay like that. And he's played that superbly well, Mayur. And that will race away to the boundary. He's hit that one to perfection right through the gap. And a huge over this one for the Roaring Tigers and the tailenders in on the act, trying to help their side. At the end of the 16th now, it is 110 for 8. So Jayan continuing here in this 17th over. He starts off with another dot delivery, and this time finding an inside edge down the ground. So the score moves along to Nelson, 111 for 8 after 16.2. They have another 22 deliveries left, and if Mayur can get those odd boundaries in, maybe they can still eye that 140 mark, which could be a decent total on this track. We have seen scores like those being defended, and the Roaring Tigers can try and make a game out of this one. They can't afford to lose both the wickets in quick succession. They need to stick around these two at the moment. This time hit superbly well down the ground. That's another boundary for Mayur. That's his third one. And he's playing a handy knock here. These are very crucial runs for the Roaring Tigers. This time a fuller length and hit beautifully straight down the ground. This time he's played that one behind square. There's no one out there. Wicketkeeper having a long run. In the end, they get across for a couple of runs. It was a leg by indeed in the end. So keeping the scoreboard moving, they are on to 117. They have another 20 deliveries. They are playing a very good hand out there, especially Mayur, 20 of just 11. And this time it's picked up down the ground and it's gone all the way. It's in fact just the one bounce and into the fence. That's the second boundary of the over once again. How good is this from Mayur? He's not only sticking around, he's getting some quick runs here now for his side. This time a much better delivery. So a dot delivery to end the over. 11 coming of this one at the end of the 17th. Now it is 121 for 8. So Raviraj continuing now in the 18th. And straight away it's looped up in the air. Chance for a catch, maybe. Not quite so. The fielder getting around. Couldn't quite get underneath that one. And a single taken. He gives the strike back to his partner Mayur, who at the moment is striking it beautifully. And this time the ball just keeping low. And it's beaten the wicket keeper too. Won't quite reach the fence. And the fielder gets across. And they get a couple of more runs. So once again 150 on the cards now as well for the Roaring Tigers. 16 deliveries more left in this innings. And this time it's gone just past his outside edge. So a dot delivery for Raviraj. So not quite targeting the stumps at the moment, Raviraj. He's hit this one hard, but he finds the fielder at third man. So Virat on strike now, maybe an opportunity for Raviraj. But he's bowled a wide one this time. Not sure why is he not targeting the stumps anymore. Whereas he is quick and rapid, he can go right through. That is the fashion in which he's got those couple of wickets. Still 14 more deliveries left. They have done a very good job, these two, especially Mayur. He's got them back into this one. This time played in the air by Virat. And once again, it will fall just short of the fielder there. And they will come back for the second. So good running as well. One more delivery left in this over. Once again in the air. Is this a chance? Yes, it is, and it is taken. So Raviraj gets the breakthrough. He's got his third. He will finish his spell with 3 wickets for just 17 runs. And they are 9 down now. The Roaring Tigers, a decent little partnership. There's 30 runs added by these two. And it is 128 for 9. Mayur still out there. The last wicket coming up. It was a shorter one outside the off stump, wanting to go for the big one. Went straight up and right into the hands of the wicket keeper. The fielder at long on, rather. And at the end of the 18th, now it is 128 for 9. So we are into the penultimate over of the innings, and once again Mayur getting another boundary, this time up against Jay. These are very handy runs these for the Roaring Tigers. Once again superbly played. He's moved on to 29 of the 17. And this time he's nudged that one on the offside. And he's sent Kedar back. He wants to keep the strike. There was a single there, but he's refused it. So maybe he's thinking he has to face most of the deliveries from here on. 10 more deliveries left. Can he get them to that 150 mark? 150 will be a very decent total on this track. This time charging down the track. He's missed out on that one, and this time he will take the single. And for the first time, we will see the number 11, Kedar, on strike. Heading into the last 9 deliveries of the innings. And Jay, who's taken a couple of wickets, will be searching for his third one. 2 for 21 for him in his 3.3. And the Roaring Tigers will be trying to make sure that they play out their 20 overs. They don't get bowled out. Still 1.5 over left. It's a lot, you must say. They can add another 9 runs at least with those 9 singles too. Just past the outside edge. An appeal for a caught behind. But the umpire says no. He was very convinced there, Jay, and he's surprised that how has the finger not been raised. So a very good delivery this time first up to Kedar. Just the 2 more deliveries left now in this penultimate over of the innings. And this time hit hard. He's hit that one superbly well. Well, he could be one of the best number 11 around here. He's absolutely smoked that one, but unfortunately for him, straight to the fielder, and he gets a single and gets off the mark. So just the one more delivery left now in this over, and Mayur will be searching for a single to keep that strike in the final over. And he's hit that one hard, and that one will be racing away to the boundary. Just the one bounce and into the fence. Another boundary here. And at the end of the 19th now, it is 138 for 9. So Jayan continuing now. And Kedar has done an excellent job taking that single and giving the strike back to Mayur. So 5 more deliveries left. 139 on the board. Can he get a couple of more boundaries here, Mayur? Coming in at number 9, not an easy situation. 34 of just 20 deliveries for him. Jayan continuing to come around the wicket, and he's adjusted well to play that one on the leg side. Won't quite find the fence, will it? And the fielder couldn't quite do well, and that is a boundary. Or is it? Well, the umpires will be having a long discussion on that one. And unfortunately for Mayur, It's not given, or is it? Yes, it is given in the end. So a boundary being called. And this time charging down the track. He's played that one. He's absolutely smoked it, but not quite off the middle. And he gets a couple of more runs. How good is this by Mayur? Just the 3 more deliveries left now. And he will be searching for at least one more boundary here in the last 3 deliveries. He's got the opportunity up against Jayan. This time, unfortunately for him, he's played it back to him. So a rare dot delivery in this final over. Once again, he's gone for the big one. He won't quite find the fence on that occasion, and he will get just a single. So they will keep Mayur off strike on this final delivery. And he's going for the reverse sweep there, Kedar. He's done superbly well. And that will race away to the boundary. So the boundary that they needed, that they were craving for. And they have finished their innings here at 150 for 9. They were struggling at 98 for 8 after 15 overs. And they have added another 52 in the last 5 by losing just 1 wicket. An excellent performance by Mayur, 41 not out of just 24, and an excellent shot in the end by Kedar as well. So the target will be 151 for the Poddar Phantoms when they come out to bat. Good recovery this for the Roaring Tigers. We will be back for the chase on the other side. So we are back here for the chase, and the target for the Poddar Phantoms is 151, and it is going to be Mayur with the new ball, who played that outstanding innings of 41 not out of just 24. And Puran taking strike for the first delivery. He's faced a dot, and now the second delivery will be a wide down the leg side. So they have posted a decent total here. The Roaring Tigers, they were struggling at 98 for 8, and somehow they have managed to creep up to 150 in the end, thanks to the man who is with the ball right now, Mayur. And this time hit hard through the offside, and that will race away to the boundary. So what a way to start your innings, Puran. Just the second delivery, offering a lot of width, and he's dispatched that one beautifully. Just the two fielders allowed outside the inner ring. There is a deep extra cover who couldn't quite get to that one. So the power play was crucial, just like any T20 game, wanting to get some quick runs. And this time it hits the pad, and a dot delivery. And this time very close to the outside edge. A much better delivery this one by Mayur after conceding the boundary of his second delivery. And again he's connected that one, and he's hit that one beautifully through the offside once again it will find the boundary. So just what they needed, taking the aerial route once again, the second boundary of the over, and a blistering start this one for the Poddar Phantoms. And the score moves on to 9 with one more delivery left in this over. Once again, he's played that one on the offside. There is a big gap because of the fielder in the deep. The sweeper collecting that one, and a single to end the over. So Puran will keep the strike, and at the end of the first now it is 10 without a wicket. So Gurunath continuing here, and he starts off with a wide delivery, angling it down the leg side. Wickets the key here. They need some early on, do the Roaring Tigers. Otherwise, the Phantoms will run away this with this one. This time it's hit the pad, but it was definitely angling down the leg side. This time nudges it on the leg side, and he will take the single. So for the first time, it will be Tenzing on strike, coming in here, opening with Puran. And straight away on his very first delivery, Tenzing has picked that one up through the offside and will race away to the boundary. So just the kind of the start that the openers wanted. Superbly hit this one, giving himself room and picking that one up perfectly over the fielders inside the circle. He did just enough and the ball just went racing away to the boundary. This time trying to nudge that one on the leg side, but a much better delivery that one by Gurunath, not offering any width on that occasion. So it is not a huge total here for the Poddar Phantoms, but they know it can be tricky if they lose a couple of wickets early on. They need to try and make sure that they don't lose more than at least one inside this power play. This time nicely left and a dot delivery for Gurunath once again. And this time it's a wayward one, way down the leg side. Thankfully for him, it was slower through the air, so the wicketkeeper could collect that one. So the second wide of the over. He's bowled 7 deliveries in this over, only 5 of them legitimate. One more to come still. And this time played straight to the fielder. So the second over comes to an end. And it is 17 without a wicket. Just the 7 of it. So Mayur continuing. He's into his second. Once again, nicely bowled. Very close to the batter. This time Tenzing on strike. and taking their time out there now, these two, after getting those three early boundaries. And this time it's gone straight up in the air. Chance of a catch, maybe. The fielder couldn't quite get underneath that one. And Tenzing survives. They get a single in as well. How unlucky was that for Mayur? Trying to pick that one up through the leg side and mistiming that one. And a leading edge. Fortunately for him, landing into the safe areas. And this time played on the leg side. And another single taken. So Puran on 15 now. It's chipped in the air. Chance once again, maybe. Once again, falling short of the fielder. Absolutely superb piece of bowling this by Mayur. That's the second time he is very close to getting the wicket in. And once again, the batter just survives. Poor run on that occasion. This time he's picked that one up. And that will go away to the boundary. Superbly placed this time. He knows where the fielders are inside the circle and where they aren't. You just can't bowl to his pads when the fielders are out there on the offside. And another boundary. So at the end of the third now it is 24 without a wicket. So Mayur continuing here in this fourth over. In fact, Gurunath. And this time they get across for a quick single, taking that risk this time. This time a swing and a miss, just past that outside edge. And another dot delivery for Gurunath. He's doing a decent job out there now. Not offering a lot of room and width. And once again trying to find that gap on the offside, but he misses out. So three consecutive dot deliveries now for Gurunath. In fact, just the two and the single coming of the first one. They need overs like these. The Roaring Tigers, if they want to give themselves any chance in this game. And this time it struck the pad. An appeal for a leg before wicket, but the umpire signaling that as it was a little too high, it wouldn't have gone on to hit the stumps. And another dot delivery for Gurunath, building some pressure here on the opposition. Once again, very close to that outside edge. So four consecutive dot deliveries now for Gurunath, and something has to give in on this delivery now. Just the one run of the over two, building a lot of pressure here. The Roaring Tigers, they have roared back into this one for sure. The asking rate now 7.79, almost 2 eighths. At the beginning of the innings, it was 7.55. Once again, it's struck the pad. So another dot delivery to end the over. At the end of the fourth, now it is 25 without a wicket. So a change in the bowling is going to be the left arm spinner Virat. Virat also scored a crucial 10 in the back end of the innings, supporting Mayur there, coming in at number 10, and now has a job to do with the ball. Not the start that he wanted, giving away a wide, and this time hit through the offside into the gap and finds the fielder in the deep. They have kept a sweeper on the offside, more like a deep extra cover. This time played in the air. He's played it over the fielder inside the circle, and it's gone away to the boundary. He's got all of it. It's a maximum. That's the first one of the innings. And just the kind of the start that they wanted in this over after the previous one being a tight one. Just the one coming of the previous one. This time hit straight down the ground and he's beaten the fielder there at long on two. That's another boundary. So first a six and now a four, and the spinner proving to be expensive inside this power play. That releases all the pressure that Gurunath put in the previous over. He's placed that one to perfection past the fielder at long on. And this partnership looking really good at the moment. This time plays it straight to the fielder at point. Misses out on that one. Tenzing. Once again, he's played that one down the ground. Another boundary for him. He's hit this one straight as an arrow. Superbly played once again, making the full use of the power play. And a very expensive over this, especially in the context of the game for the Roaring Tigers. They can't afford something like this. Already 16 of it, one more to come. Three boundaries of it already. 14 runs coming off boundaries. Can he make a comeback here? Well, it's a dot delivery to end with, but a huge over in the end for the Poddar Phantoms. At the end of the fifth, now it is 41 without a wicket. So Gurunath continuing here in this final over of the power play, continuing to try and build some pressure. Once again, that fourth stump line, and he starts off with the dot delivery once again. He's conceded just the 8 runs in his 2.1 overs, which is really good, but he needs some support too, and he needs some wicket also for his side. How can they break this partnership at the moment? Finally, he connects one up against the right arm pacer Gurunath, and a single taken this time by Puran. So he brings Tenzing back on strike, who was striking it beautifully in the previous over, must be wanting to continue in similar fashion with just 4 more deliveries left inside this power play. He's hit that one hard, and it's hit the hand of the bowler and past the fielder at mid-off. Another boundary here for Tenzing, and once again it's straight down the ground. He loves that area. He's favouring it on regular intervals here. And he's getting some runs really quickly now. He's moved on to 27 of just 19. This time he plays it on the offside. And once again it's beaten the fielder. Will that find the fence? Yes, it does. That boundary brings up the 50 now. 50 without a wicket after 5.4. Really good this by Tenzing, picking the gap perfectly. And the fielder, even after getting a leg to that one, couldn't quite stop it. And another boundary. So bringing up the 50 inside this power play itself. After that tight over, it was looking very difficult for them. And now have the opportunity once again to get these runs down quickly. He's picked that one up, and that will be another boundary. 3 back-to-back boundaries here. So after a series of dot deliveries, Gurunath concedes runs and plenty of them. Just what they needed. Now they need less than 100 as well. The Poddar Phantoms, just 97 more needed. So one more delivery left in this over, and it's a fuller length once again outside the off stump. So that will be just a single, and he will keep the strike. Once again, a huge over, 14 coming off that one. And at the end of the sixth, at the end of the power play, now it is 55 without a wicket for the Poddar Phantoms. So the fielding restrictions have been uplifted and only 96 more required for the Poddar Phantoms from the remaining 14 overs. They should be able to get home easily with 10 wickets in hand. You would fancy them, but in T20 cricket, you just never know. A couple of tight overs and wickets here and there does the job, but that will definitely not do the job. Kedar continuing here, and he continues to give away the boundaries that they need. This time picked up on the leg side, playing it past the fielder and perfectly into the gap once again. So surprisingly, they don't have a square leg, and it was kind of a premeditated one there for the fielder. Now they have kept a deep square leg. Once again, trying to go in the similar region, a huge appeal, but it was never going to be out, coming around the wicket, pitching outside leg. And this time nudging that one on the offside. So a couple of dots after that boundary for Kedar, trying to build some pressure, but they need a plenty of wickets here. They need at least three in quick succession to get back into this game. Once again, playing that one comfortably on the offside. He's picked this one up on the leg side, and that will once again race away to the boundary. So not the line that that you can bowl to Tenzing. He's moved on to 44 with that one. 44 of this 27. It's a low full toss, and he's dispatched it beautifully. It's like playing it into the batter's hands, asking him to hit you. So after those three dots, another boundary releasing all the pressure for the dot deliveries. And this time he's bowled nicely, and that will close the over. 8 runs coming off it at the end of the seventh. Now it is 63 without a wicket. So Vipin will continue now in this eighth over, and in the driver's seat at the moment, the Poddar Phantoms. Just the 88 more required from 78 deliveries, and they are making light work of this chase at the moment. Vipin to continue with the medium pace as well. That was a very slow one, and Puran has done the right thing there, taking the single and giving the strike back to his partner. Tenzing on 44 of this 28. He's played that one superbly well once again, Tenzing. And once again, he finds another boundary in that region. He moves on to 48 with that one. That's his third boundary after the end of the power play in the similar region. He likes that area and continues to play in that region. So 48 of just 29 for him. And this time he cuts that one. Couldn't quite find the gap. The fielder getting a hand to that one. He will just get a single there. So not a long way away from this target at the moment, the Poddar Phantoms. And Puran back on strike. At the moment, 16 out of just 15 for him. Once again, hit hard and straight down the ground. Another single. This time played on the offside. And that will be his half century. 50 of just 31 deliveries. It has been an outstanding innings by him. And he acknowledges that to his teammates. Just the 80 more required. 71 on the board. He scored most of the runs here. 50 out of the 71. 17 coming off the bat of Pura and 4 of extras. And 8 runs of this over once again of Vipin this time. Just the one more left. And this time Puran wanting to go for the big one. But he's missed out and he takes the single. So at the end of the 8th over now, it is 72 without a wicket. So Kedar starts off with a wide in this over. Well, just the 78 more required. 78 from 72 with 10 wickets in hand. And it's a tall task up ahead for the Roaring Tigers. This time nudges it on the offside. A dot delivery. A good comeback after the wide. But they need wickets at the moment, the Roaring Tigers. Well, one gives two. They need at least 1 year. They need to break this partnership, this opening stand. He's hit that one nicely. And once again, it's found the gap. And that's gone away to the boundary too. So this time Puran in on the act. Playing that one to perfection in the gap. Slightly short and very quick to latch onto it. And the ball just going away from the fielder because of the turn on the delivery. And he's used that turn perfectly there to take it away from the fielder. So they have scored more than half the runs now of what was required. And it's done by the opening pair itself. This time a Yorker length played down the ground. This time driven on the offside. And once again straight to the fielder, and they get across for a quick single to the. Not quite so, been sent back there. Puran. Once again trying to place that one past the fielders inside the circle on the offside, behind of square, and another single taken. So not quite able to find the gap there. With the way these two are going, these two would be wanting to finish this game off themselves itself. They need to replicate what they have done so far. And this time an excellent delivery, and they get the breakthrough here finally. It's the commentator's curse that has been hit. Once again going for a slight little nudge on the offside, but this time the ball turning way too much than expected, and Kedar gets his man, and Puran has to go back to the pavilion, who has played second fiddle for most parts of this innings, and his innings has come to an end. 79 for 1 now after 9. So Jay comes in at number 3, but he will be at the non-striker's end because the wicket coming of the last delivery of the over. And will be Tenzing on strike up against Ashish. The new bowler, once again a change in the bowling, trying to do something different here. They have at least finally got the first wicket. They need a plenty more here. Do the Roaring Tigers. Will be interesting to see how does Tenzing approach this after the fall of the wicket. Not sure if it's going to affect him at all. He's hit that one hard, but straight down the ground once again. And they have not taken the single, surprisingly. Not sure why. So this time a wide down the leg side. Once again, not interested in taking the single at all there. Not sure what is exactly there in the mind of Tenzing. Maybe he's wanting to go after every single delivery here. This time played down the ground. And another single taken. And this time he defends it, Jay. Coming in here at number 3. So a very good over this so far. Just the 2 runs of it. And this time it's a low full toss and it's been dispatched hard by Jay. And that will go away to the boundary and that will spoil the over for Ashish. 6 runs will come off it. And at the end of the 10th now, it is 85 for 1 for the Poddar Phantoms. And Jay gets off the mark off a low full toss. A juicy little full toss. And placing that one perfectly into the gap. So 85 for 1 after 10 as we head into a short drink break here. So just the 66 more required of the last 10. And Vipin continuing here. And he starts off with a dot delivery, building the pressure on the opposition at the moment. Just the 1 boundary of the previous over along with those 4 dots. And a wicket as well of the over before that one. Just slowing things down a little here at the moment. But still very much in control of this chase here at the moment. And this time offering a lot of flight, but Jay misses out. So just the one run of the over once again so far, halfway through it, and slowly building some pressure on the opposition. This time he's picked that one up, but once again straight to the fielder and another dot delivery. Not quite getting those singles easily at the moment. Once again hit hard on the leg side and getting across for a single. Well, Tenzing has just walked through for the single. Literally, he's not even jogged even for a second. That is how easy that single was. So they are not willing to take singles as well until and unless it is a very clear cut single where they can just walk through. This time Tenzing wanting to play that one on the offside. So another dot delivery. And just the 2 runs coming off the over at the end of the 11th now. It is 87 for 1. So Virat will continue now. Virat, who conceded 16 in his first over, has come out to bowl the second here. This time driven on the offside, but once again straight to the fielder. So a few tight overs here, and the asking rate once again going up slowly. And with these dot deliveries, if they get in a wicket or two, they can be right back into this one here, the Roaring Tigers. And this time hit hard on the offside. Should be just a single, and it is. Well done there by the fielder. Once again going for the big swing, and this time it's beaten the wicket keeper too, and that's gone racing away to the boundary for 4 byes. So it's not come off the bat, but they get that boundary eventually. Finding a lot of turn there, Virat. So 58 more required from 50 deliveries, and 6 runs off the over already. This time played uppishly, but once again straight to the fielder, just a single. Tenzing, who got that half century in 30 deliveries, has scored just the 3 more runs after that of 11. And another single taken. So in the end, 8 runs coming off the over, and at the end of the 12th, it is 95 for 1. And Vipin continuing, and this time Tenzing has gone for the big one. And he will bring the 100 up for his side in style. 101 for 1 now in this 13th over. After a few tight overs, Tenzing says he has had enough. Going the full Monty on that one. And just what they needed. So that will release and get back all the runs that were supposed to be in the previous overs. And coming off the bowling of Vipin, once again hit hard. And once again he finds the boundary. Superbly played this one. Excellent piece of batting display this. And as and when you were starting to think that the Poddar Phantoms might struggle a little, they get those boundaries in and take away all the pressure that was put. So just the 46 more required from 46 now. A runner ball needed. Well, in fact, he had hit that one so hard that it damaged the ball. And we need a new ball for that. So maybe he has decided he needs to get these runs down quickly now. 46 required of 46. And Tenzing on 65 at the moment. He's picked this one up early. And he will be held there by the fielder. What a superb catch that is. And finally, they have sent Tenzing back to the pavilion. Vipin chipping in with the wicket. Once again, taking the aerial route. And really well taken there by the fielder at deep mid wicket. It was a shorter one. It was there to be hit. He went for it. And a nice little catch there. He had to move across too. And now it is 105 for 2 in this 13th over. Just the 46 more required from 45 deliveries. So 46 more required from 45. And it is going to be Jayan to come in here at number 4. With the side very much in control of this chase. And it's straight away a forward defense on the offside. So the Poddar Phantoms once again trying to gain some momentum with a wicket. Can they get in a few more before this game is done and dusted? If you take out the 6 and the 4 of this over of the equation, that makes the game very much interesting with 2 new batters at the crease. But that is what Tenzing has done. throughout the innings, getting those quick runs, which has proven to be very costly for the Roaring Tigers. Once again, an excellent delivery to end the over. So 3 dots to end the over, along with the wicket, just the 10 of it in the end. And at the end of the 13th, now it is 105 for 2. So Virat continuing here. And once again, starting off with the dot delivery. So not quite able to get the runs after losing Tenzing. Still 46 more required from 41. And a couple of more tight overs and a couple of more wickets can really get the Roaring Tigers back into this one. This time hit hard uppishly, but finds the fielder at deep backward point. Another single. Can he bowl a good over here, Virat? He's conceded just the 1 run of the first 2. Can he keep it down to 4 in this over? Or maybe even chip in with a wicket. This time nudged. And once again, a swing and a miss. And slowly, just slowly, maybe they are getting back into this one here. The Roaring Tigers. 45 from 38 now. The asking rate just a little above 7. Well, you would still fancy the batting side. Don't get me wrong. But they are doing a nice little job here keeping things tight. They were running away with this one, the Poddar Phantoms. Well, not quite so now. So that's 3 consecutive dot deliveries now. Superb piece of bowling this by Virat. Can he close it out here? He's considered just the one. They needed him to keep this over somewhere around 4 at the least, and will stay at 1 maybe, but that's an inside edge towards the fielder at fine leg. So they get across for the single. Just the 2 runs of the over. An excellent one once again. And at the end of the 14th now, it is 117 for 2 for the 107 for 2 for the Poddar Phantoms. So Vipin will continue now into his final over. And it's played on the offside. A bit of a misfield will allow them to get across for a single, will it? Well, not quite so. Once again, sent back. So a dot delivery to start with. And the asking rate now above 7.5. Can they chip in with a wicket here, the Roaring Tigers? The next 2 overs holding the key at the moment. He's found the inside edge. And they are coming back for the second two. Well, in the end, they decide against it. It's kept down just to one. Once again, excellent piece of fielding this. They are putting a lot of pressure now on the Roaring Tigers. That makes the equation 43 of 34. Still very much in control, though, the Poddar Phantoms, but you just never know. They are slowly getting back into this one. So this time it is given as a wide by the umpire. So not something that you would expect Whippin to do. This time nudged on the offside. And another single taken. So just the 3 runs of the over so far of the first 3 deliveries. Once again, an opportunity for Vipin to keep this as a tight over. But more importantly, can he get in a wicket? Jayan struggling at the moment. 2 runs of 9 deliveries for him. Once again, going for the big swing. Not quite able to middle it. Finding the inside edge. Just a single, and they move on to Nelson now. 111 for 2 in this 15th over. 40 more away from this victory. And this time he plays it back to the bowler and it's gone just past him. So another single taken. So one more to come in this over. 5 of it. And once again playing that one on the offside straight to the fielder and just a single. So 6 runs coming off that over at the end of the 15th. Now it is 113 for 2. So just the 5 more overs left in this game and still 38 required for the batting side at the moment. The Poddar Phantoms. And this time he's played that one perfectly through the gap. And finally, Jayan gets a boundary in. And that is exactly what they needed. So that will release all the pressure. And once again, right in front here, the Poddar Phantoms. Well, they were in front, but they are very much in control now of this chase. Just the 34 more required. After a very good over the previous one, Virat conceding just the 1 run. This time he concedes the boundary of the very first delivery. Well, automatically the boundary of the first delivery puts a lot of pressure on the bowler, and now he will have to rethink on what he can do for his side. This time placed nicely down the ground. Just a single though. Once again playing that one on the offside. This time going for the big swing, and it's beaten the wicket keeper, and that will go away to the boundary. So the second boundary of the over. And once again, smart cricket taking the single after the boundary. Well, those boundaries were given off byes, but it does not matter for the side. So another single taken, an expensive over coming to an end, 12 coming off it. And at the end of the 16th now, it is 125 for 2. So Ashish is going to continue. And just the 26 more required now for the Poddar Phantoms. 26 of the remaining 4 overs. And they will be wanting to get these runs down quickly now after 12 runs coming off the previous over. And he's gone for the big one, Jay. He's absolutely clobbered that one. And that is a colossal hit by Jay. Getting in on the act here. For the first time, we have seen him play something like that, and he's executed it to perfection there. And he brings the target down to just 20 more needed. What a huge hit that one. This time he plays it past the wicket keeper, but the short third fielder is very fine and they get across for a single. Excellently fielded there, saving 3 runs for his side. This time placed on the offside and another single taken. And he gives the strike back to Jay, who is at the moment batting on 19 of just 17. Once again plays it nicely on the offside, just getting closer to the target. This time coming for the quick single, but sent back by his partner. So a dot delivery. And once again just past the outside edge. So a good comeback this in the end. After being hit for a 6 of the very first delivery at the end of the 17th, now it is 134 for 2. So Kedar continuing here. And a couple of runs taken off the very first delivery. Just the 15 more required. Well, at the moment, the Roaring Tigers require 5 dot deliveries from Kedar. Can he get them? Can he beat the keeper one again and again? This time a misfield, and that's gone away to the boundary. That's exactly what they did not need. That brings the target down to just 11 more needed. Fielding like this, making things ever so easy for the Poddar Phantoms. And now just a couple of hits away with Jay on strike. He's hit this one hard. Played towards the fielder at long off. A single taken. Jay moves on to 27 of just 21. And he gives Jayan the strike, who has somewhat struggled out there. 11 of 18, but he's done the job for his side. And it's nudged on the leg side. He gets the single. They need in single digits now. Just the 9 more. He's gone for the big one, Jay, once again. He's not quite timed it and just short of the fielder there. Couldn't quite carry to him. And that will be another single. Once again picked up and played down the ground, and it's a misfield, and that's gone away to the boundary, has it? Well, not quite so. It's been stopped in the end, and they have kept it down to just one. Well, in fact, it's being signaled as a 4 in the end by the umpire, the fielder giving that one away. And now they are just a hit away now, the Poddar Phantoms. 4 runs required of the last 2 overs. At the end of the 18th now, it is 147 for 2. So Vikrant comes into bowl, this penultimate over of the game. Just a mere formality left out, just a hit away at the moment, and Jay on strike. He's gone for it. He's played that one in the air. It's a chance for the fielder, and he's taken it. What an anticlimactic end to this game. Jay has to depart, but he went for it in the previous over as well. And now they have to send the new batter in for the last 4 runs required. Vikrant getting a wicket of his very first delivery, and now they are 147 for 3. Very much in control of this chase. So just the 4 more needed, and Raviraj comes in at number 5 to get these final few runs that are required. And going for the big swing straight away. Up against Vikrant. He's missed out. Well, the intention is clear. Wanting to finish it off at one go. And he's going to continue to go for the big shot. Wanting to finish this game off in style. This time he connects, but won't quite find the gap. Just a single, and it will bring Jayan on strike. An opportunity for Jayan now to get those winning runs. That one should be given as a wide, and it is. Wide signal by the umpire. That brings the target down to just 2 more needed. It has been an outstanding performance this by the Poddar Phantoms. Very much in control throughout the game. Well, only part of the game will be the 16th to the 20th over of the Roaring Tigers. They must be thinking that they were 98 for 8. They should have restricted them to a very low total compared to the 150. That single brings up the 150, 150 for 3 now after 18.4, and now just a single away from victory. 1 run required of 8 deliveries, and Raviraj, who took those 3 wickets early on in this game, has the chance to hit the winning runs up against Vikrant. And he's gone for the big shot, and he's found the fielder, and they get across, and that will be game, set, and match for the Poddar Phantoms, who were very much in control of this game throughout, and a total dominant performance by them coming to an end. 150 for 9, playing 151 for 3 in their 18.5, and winning this game by 7 wickets. The Poddar Phantoms, an outstanding performance, and they will be very happy and mightily pleased with what has happened out there here at the Fatima Cricket Ground. Well, so that was it from this game today. We will be back tomorrow for another one. Until then, goodbye.